Hello, welcome to Tricia's Cards and Crafts and my next video in my Simple to Stepped Up on Sundays. These are the two cards that I've made for today, and I'll show you how I made this one. I've decorated the inside, but I haven't actually put sentiment inside because I'm going to use it as a note card, and the envelope I've decorated just in the one corner there with another one of the blossoms, and then I'll show you and explain how I've made this card afterwards. I've done the insides and I've done the envelope as well with that. Okay, the two sets that I've used today are Forever Blossoms, and I only used this set for the larger card, but for the note card it didn't have a sentiment that I wanted on there, so I've used Just Saying Hello from the Tasteful Touches stamp set. I try not to use more than one stamp set, but in this case I think I needed a different sentiment, so I've used this stamp set. Anything else? I don't think so. I'm going to change the colours for this card that I used on the other one. I'm going to, because with this one I used the same colours that were in the designer series papers that I'd used, so it had some of the blue for the blossom, so that's why I chose the colours that I've used on this card and then for this card. But I'm going to change the colours for this one, and I'm still going to stick with the blue at the top, but I'm going to use pink for the flowers, for the blossoms. The reason I've decided to make this card today was because I went for a drive yesterday and I went past a tree and it was full of blossom, and I was quite surprised really, because I didn't think we would have any blossoms out quite yet, but there you go, you live and learn. So I thought, being as it's the starting of spring hopefully and some better weather perhaps, I would get set out and use the blossom stamp. So this is how I've decided to use it. So I've covered this side because I don't want the stamp to come over, which is what will happen because it's quite a big stamp. This is the stamp for the blossoms. And what happened was I made some cards for my daughter's, the residents in my daughter's the care home that she works in. And one of the cards that I made for those was something along these lines, except that I'd used a designer series paper, or no, a piece of card, and to give a difference between the top and the bottom, so it split the card, but I used the coloured card at the top and then just the white at the bottom, and I think I put an embossing folder over it as well, so it was different again. And just let me put a piece of paper underneath, and I thought that was a nice effect, so I thought, well, I wonder how I can get that effect but without using card and just using the ink. So that's what I was trying to do with this card here, and I thought that we could use some of the blending techniques and masking technique as well. So what I did, I also stamped the image onto a piece of post-it note and I cut it out. And I did cut it by hand, I fussy cut it, because I wanted to go just inside of the lines. It was a little bit fiddly, but it worked, you know. So there we go. So, and I also put a little bit of, I've got some removable tape pen as well, so I put that on some of them so that it makes sure it sticks down properly, because I didn't want it coming up when I used the blender pen. Now for the top half of it, I'm going to use some of the Seaside Spray ink, which is one of last year's colours, in colours. So I mean, I could have used Balmy Blue because I think that's the colour that was used on the, and it would have been fine, but I just had a bigger pad of the Seaside Spray, so I thought, well, I'll use that one. So I'm just going around the mask first. I'm not going to go below the leaves, I'm only going to go, or the petals, I'm only going to go above them. Don't have to be too heavy-handed, you can just press gently. And because I'm doing this, I've also got a piece of scrap paper underneath, because I don't want to make anything, I don't want to get anything onto my grid paper. Make it last a little bit longer. So I'm just going to, I've cut out all the little bits in between so that they don't get shot. I think because I've used, this is Whisper White and it's a little bit creamy white, I think, personally. Because when I did the, I've got some other white card that I used, or I used the card for the other card, the larger card, and the blue comes out differently on that one. It looks a bit brighter, but on this one it looks slightly different. But it's fine, it looks lovely. I think it looks nice, but there we go. Yeah, so hopefully the weather's not quite so chilly this week, and hopefully we might be starting to get some nicer weather and start looking forward to spring and getting outside again, being able to see people, hopefully. Right, so that's all I want to do with the mask on. So now I can take the mask off and we can think about colouring in the images. There we go, so that's that done. I'm going to do the inside. I'll put this one away because I'm not going to use this one again. This image, there we go, and I'll put another one on the, whoops, don't get any black on there, put that one away. So stamp in the corner here, and on the envelope again on the corner. I've got a little bit on there, just take that off because I did get a little mark on the other one. Right, so here we go. And there we go. Right, so put that one away as well. So now we can start colouring things in. Oh, I'm just going to do the, I used some of the Misty Moonlight to stamp the sentiment. Could use black if that's what you've got, but I think it looked quite nice with the Misty Moonlight. Just saying hello. I'm just there. There we go. And it just about fits. I'll put that one away now. There we go. Right, so now we can colour in. I might as well start off with this one. And I'm using, as I said, I'm using Blush and Bride for this one. Oh, never mind. I'll pick it up in a minute. So just working out from the centre, and I'm just colouring in, I don't know if you can see, but just where the shading is on the image, the stamped image. So I'm not going to go all around the image, just put the pink where the shading is. Okay, so that pinks that out. So that's the envelope done. We can see which one we like best then. And then these blossoms. The tree that I went past yesterday in the car was full of pink blossom. I don't know what tree it was. It might have been cherry, but it wasn't as pale. It was quite dark pink blossom, and it was was really pretty. Really made me feel happier. There was some signs of spring. We've also started to get our first daffodils in the garden as well, which was nice. Ready for St. David's Day. As I'm Welsh. It does mean something to me. And again, just trying to put the pink where the shading is. Not just, but coming from the shading from the outside of the middle of the petal outside, not the outside to the inside. And a little bit on the tips of the petals. And again, where the shadows might be, a little bit more there. So those are coloured in now. There we go. And then for the, I need the lid. Not sure where it went. I'll find that in a minute. I'll put that there for now. Right, so I'm using Paper Pizzazz to colour the leaves. For the other ones, not for the other notelet I used the same colour green, but for the main card I used the blender pens to colour the images in, and I used Old Olive, like the dark and the light of the Old Olive, to colour the leaves in for that one. I think Paper Pizzazz is a little bit lighter, and as there's no dark and light of it for this one, you can't blend them so well. I've also used I used cinnamon cider, but I thought it was a bit dark on the other one, so I'm going to use crumb cake for the stems, the branch for this one. There we go. So that's coloured in. There we go. So all I need to do now is fold and just burnish that so that it stays shut. So there we go, just saying hello, the inside, and my envelope, which is pink to go with. Oh, I haven't done the inside. Just do the one on the inside. Just a bit of this pink. There we go. And there we go. Right, I'll find that in a minute. There we go. So that's the one. I'll put that away now. And here's the other one I've made. So the blue or the pink. Actually, I'm not sure. I think I quite like the blue. So that's the difference between the two. And this is this one. So what I did for this one, I used some of the, it's a retired DSP, but it came originally with not this stamp set, it came with the Forever, no, this one's the Forever Blooms. It was free as a bird, but I thought it's got the blossoms on it, so I thought, well, it was nice as well. This one, so what I did, I put a piece underneath, and then I coloured in this top layer. Again, I used the same colours as I said. I think I used Balmy Blue light and dark for the flowers, and the olive light and dark for the leaves. I've used some, it needed something and I wasn't sure what, and I thought it would look nice. I've cut up a circle that I punched out from some silver glitter paper. It doesn't shed, it's just a plain, it's a sheet that doesn't shed. So I cut that into quarters and I put one on each of the corners. So I thought that looked quite nice. And then I've used some of these elegant faceted gems. I used these on the outside, and I've used the clear ones for the centres of the flowers. Okay, so that's that one. No, thank you. And of the inside I've just done the bloom again, but again I used the Seaside spray to colour this one, and I used the Old Olive pen, but obviously I used the markers this time because if I had it would have come through, and I used the same one on the envelope. Right, so those are the cards that I've made today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want any of the stamp sets that I've used today, you can find them on my online shop. At the moment, Celebration is on until the end of February, the end of this month, and if you spend £45, you can choose yourself a free item from the Celebration list or catalogue brochure. If you've got any comments, you can leave them below, please. If you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click on the subscribe button, and if you see the little bell icon, if you click on that, you'll be notified when I post a new video. If you've got, again, any comments or questions, you can leave them below, or you can email me at triciascardsandcrafts@yahoo.com. If you want to go to my online shop, it's triciascardsandcraft.stampinup.net. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Tricia's Cards and Crafts. And obviously you found me on YouTube if you're watching the video. Thank you for watching today, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye bye.